When I was 25, I was overweight, unhealthy, and determined not to age. So I set off to try to find out how the body worked and how to control the aging process naturally. 13 years later, with a body that my high school self would have killed for and a face that's younger than I was when I was 25, I can tell you that's not the case. These pictures of people that you're seeing are most of the people that I know personally, that was my sister up there, are people that I know who walk their talk, who live a healthy lifestyle, and with beautiful results, as you'll see as this goes through. So I'm here to talk to you tonight about getting in touch with the body's innate wisdom and getting in tune with nature will help you not only create the body that you desire, very cute, you'll get the opportunity to see him speak a little bit later. But you'll be able to create the body that you desire and have an incredible, sexy, radiant body for the rest of your life. So, tip number 1, eat whole foods. And when I say whole foods, I mean fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, beans, seaweed, meat, and dairy. And that's it. Simple. When you look at your plate, you want to know where everything comes from. You have an apple, it came from a tree. You have kale that grew out of the ground. You have beef that came from a cow. You have quinoa that came from a plant. Processed foods will age you. Whole foods will keep you radiant and glowing. That's it. 2, move your body. Exercise, dance, skip, run, walk, bike, yoga. It doesn't matter what it is. Do what feels good and do it until you sweat. And along with movement, you want to smile. Smile is huge. Nothing makes you look younger than a smile. You also want to have sex as often as possible. And along with movement, something that's very, very important and all of you can do right now and will improve the way you look and make you feel look radiant and younger immediately is posture. When I was younger, I always stood like this, and I see many people standing like this all the time. Stand up straight, put your chest out, shoulders back. I call it the supermodel stance. Look what that does. And immediately you feel better, you look more confident, more radiant, and younger. And you can all do it right now. The next thing is use natural products on your body. If you wouldn't eat it, don't put it on your skin. I personally use flaxseed oil, coconut oil on my skin and my face only. I use baking soda to brush my teeth and to wash my hair. I use apple cider vinegar to condition it. I don't use sunscreen. It's chemicals. I encourage you to get out in the sun. Get that naked, beautiful body out in the sun every day as often as possible. No sunscreen. Nothing will make you feel sexier and more alive than getting your body out in the sun. One of the other things that I've discovered recently is that we all have a very beautiful inner wisdom that we don't listen to. Years ago, I used to have terrible voices that would tell me I was fat, that I was ugly, that my thighs were too big. And I noticed that when I switched over to a whole foods diet, that those voices just vanished. And now that I've talked to a lot of people who also have switched over to a whole foods diet, they've had the same experience. And they've had the experience of going back and eating processed foods and sugar, and all of a sudden the voices come back. Another fellow raw foodist. And so what I encourage you is to listen to those voices as empowering voices. And instead of hearing, I'm bad, hear, wow, this is the body's biofeedback system telling me something's wrong. I ate processed food. My body's saying no, no, no. And we interpret that as being, oh, I don't like my body. But if you listen to those voices, you can say, if you're really honest with yourself, are you really exercising enough? Are you really eating whole foods? Isn't he amazing? So these next pictures are coming up of past pictures of me. And I put them in there to show that it's possible to have the body that you want. It's possible to create whatever you want. This is me on the side with the hat when I was 25. I was extremely overweight, not happy. That's my mom. Isn't she beautiful? And what I did is I switched over to a whole foods diet. I now eat primarily raw vegan. And my skin is glowing. It's clear. This is me after 4 months postpartum. I was extremely overweight, about 40 pounds more than I weigh now. Extremely depressed. And I took this picture, and this is me 2 years after that, raw. So it's possible to change your body. It's possible to have the body that you desire. And what that entails is switching over to whole foods, getting movement every day, smiling, having lots of sex, and just being fully you, fully expressed all the time. And this is me last year in a fashion show. So here's to hot bodies.